studios wouldn't allow. So, and there was like 2-3 studios in Melbourne doing shit. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's just build our own.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Life, Business and Bodybuilding. It has been a hot minute and I am joined again by a very special guest, a good friend of mine. So please welcome Slothy.
How you doing, Ryan?
Good, my man.
You absolute sexy cunt.
Oh, stop, but never stop. Keep going. Thank you for driving out, man.
The fact that it's always good energy with you as well. No matter,
Appreciate
we've
that.
only met the once, but we've always kept in touch on social media and everything like your Wednesday wisdom. I relate to that so much because I do a lot of wisdom myself. I do a lot of self-growth and everything, and it's just like, it touched me. I was like, fuck yeah, another cunt on my level. You know what I mean? Let's fucking go. I know we're on the opposite sides of the city.
Yeah.
But, you know, distance doesn't mean shit when, like, usually, like, the people closest to you are the furthest to you as well. You know what I mean? It's
I appreciate it,
something that
man.
I
So
really relate to.
you are one of two people that watch and share it, so I appreciate it, man. It's awesome.
We actually made a meme the other day of, I made one of my partner ignoring my husband's calls to share it, to shoot content for only 3 people to view it and get unfollowed.
I've seen a few people do that now.
Yeah,
So it's
they're
like
funny.
Alex even did it. I don't know if you copied Alex or Alex copied you, but one of them.
I
vice
think
versa, so.
I didn't even see Alex's.
Yeah,
so-
well, there you go. It didn't reach your algorithm. Mate,
Hit me.
first up, what? So that's what you can say.
Hit
something?
me, hit me,
you.
hit
First
me,
up,
hit me.
who are you? Who the fuck are you? This
I'm
like
just a dude.
tell people who you are, what you do, and I guess what your philosophy on life.
In the most real way possible, I'm no different to anyone else. I'm just a dude. I just managed to build my life around what I like. Been doing music for most of my life. Been a musician, sound engineer, record engineer, music producer. Came to Australia when I was 13 years old with nothing but a suitcase and a bass guitar. Built my
Where
way up.
from? Sorry to interrupt
Argentina.
you. Yep.
Yeah, so me and my mum, it was my idea. It was my mum thought I was stupid. I was 12, and I'm like, hey ma, let's move to Australia, and she's like, you're out of your freaking mind. And about 9 months later, apparently, because I was young, I don't really remember the full story. Like, you know, when you're a kid, you only have like bits and pieces of memory. You know what I mean? And she told me that she realized that, like, you know what, he's right. There was no future for me there, and her as well. Like, she could have, Melbourne. She now works at Melbourne University. She's a lecturer there. And it's like one of the best universities in the world. So it was the best decision we ever made. I'm not going to take credit for it because she made the decision.
Yeah, of course.
I just threw out a stupid idea like I
Yeah.
always do. And she dragged me along here, and we made it. I
Yeah,
guess.
good.
I tried the school system. The school system didn't work for me.
Yep.
I still got a university degree, thank God.
In what?
Sound engineering.
Yeah, great. Yep.
I did it just for a laugh, to be honest. I was already a record engineer. I was already doing a lot. I was already sitting on business, clientele, everything, and I just did it for a laugh. I was like, you know what? Let's go get my degree for a laugh.
Yeah.
So I learned report writing and, you know, all the school stuff.
Yeah.
And from that, I went into visuals because I obviously was writing my own albums, was writing my own music and for clients and everything, where I started booking studios, photographers and everything. And I started learning. I started asking questions, you know what I mean? Blacklisted Visions, Busa, and Sami Dunn were like my first photographers. And I just asked questions in regards to, like, how can I do my job better for you to do your job better? I wasn't trying to step on anyone's toes.
Yeah,
And
yep.
As I learned things along the line, then eventually I was like, wanted to do things where studios wouldn't allow. So, and there was like 2-3 studios in Melbourne doing shit. So I was like, okay, cool, let's just build our own.
Yeah.
And so I went into visuals with that, building my own photo studio, which then became a creative arts studio. And now I'm doing that plus music, and then I was never a photographer. I was always doing video. I bought a photo camera the other day, and now I've dived into photography.
Awesome.
But not trying to take on clients or anything like that. I'm literally just doing it for fun at the moment. Mainly with my partner. She's very, very creative. Being a makeup artist as well, and
I love seeing the. Sorry to interrupt. I love seeing the content where you guys have got like this full, like almost a zombie looking outfit going on, and it's that thing where it's like but I'm not going to scroll past. I want to kind of look and have a look at this and dive into it, and it's really fucking cool, man. Really cool what you're doing.
The makeup is cool. Like we've made blood out of chocolate sauce. You know what I mean? Hershey's chocolate and food dye. It's like, oh, it looks like blood.
I really liked the bathtub shoot you did with the
with Riley
girls
Fox
just covered in
and,
blood. Yeah,
Abby.
that was sick,
crazy.
man. So best way to put it, just shocking.
Yeah.
But in a good way. It's just like you can't look at this. It's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's like, this is really fucking sick.
If you look at the reality of it, they were bathing in chocolate.
Yeah.
Literally chocolate glucose syrup. We've put out the recipe online for everybody to do. Like, Halloween came up last year, and we're like, let's give the kids something to do. You know what I mean? And so we made like a really fun tutorial that's on YouTube and Instagram and everything of how to make fake blood out of things at home. And it's like Hershey's chocolate, glucose syrup, and red food dye. And you can eat it.
And you can eat it afterwards.
You know what I mean? And like, so we made 150 liters of it, right? For that shoot, the bathtub shoot, 150 liters. It was crazy. Busy shot that photo. It was crazy. It was it was a very long night. It was a lot of mixing and mixing and mixing. Just big buckets from Bunnings just sitting there with a drill, just mixing chocolate sauce and food dye bottles. We were sending out people to go to Woolies to find more of the little food dye bottles because we didn't have enough. You know what I mean? It was just wild. But it was
so
awesome.
from a business standpoint, then is that your main source of income now? Is that the videography side of thing, photography thing, or music producing, or is it kind of like a bit of a triple threat?
It's a bit of a triple threat.
Yep.
So, it comes from royalties. From music. So I get my royalty payments every month. Which is great, fantastic. That's from streaming. So to all my clients, it's all about we all just keep on building that passive income, and we just keep on building and building and building and building. Obviously, it costs money to make money. Then there's when I started the photography studio, it wasn't a money maker. It wasn't to make money. My aim for that studio, it's like I still don't see it as a profit organization. Like I don't see it as it makes money, but I reinvest everything back into it. You know what I mean? It's that that business. You gotta keep going and going and building it. Every now and then it's just I get ahead on rent, which is fantastic. So I'll be like, oh cool, I'm 3 months ahead on rent. I'm gonna go buy a camera. You know what I mean? Like, things like that. But money, it's a triple threat. Music, clients, one-on-one bookings, and the studio now gets rented out to quite. It's become very, very popular. So we are getting a lot of bookings, and our photographers are making their businesses out of it too. And I keep reinvesting and trying to build as much as I can for them to be able to make more for their clients, to the clients make more money, so everybody makes more money. It's a chain reaction.
100%.
You know what I mean? I always see it as like, it's not me. I put myself last at who's the one that profiting. You know what I mean? Like I'm not phased. Like I'm always like, I buy and sell props on Marketplace. You know what I mean? I make money off that. Like I'll restore something to use at a photo shoot, then sell it on Marketplace. I've made $100 on this, $100 on that, $50 on this, $50 on that. I know it's fuck all, but it all adds up.
100%.
Right? And then there is obviously the photo shoots and the music clients as well. So yeah, it's a bit of everything.
So why work with you? What separates you from others in your field? Because obviously, like anything these days, it's an incredibly saturated market as far as
Content's
photo
everything.
shoots and exactly. So like what separates you as far as like if a client were to come on board and wanting to do some sort of photo shoot or video shoot or theme shoot, like is there a process you like to take them through or that you can like show them or separate them from others?
There's button pushers
Yep.
and there's people that work with you as a team.
Yep.
That's all. That's. I think that's as easy as I can put it.
Well, even
So,
from
like-
experience, remember, like, and I've it's a reason why I've pinned that posing routine that you both did with me. Like, it is fucking exceptional. Like
Yeah.
the work that you both put into it. The amount of feedback I got off that, and that people were like, you know, where are these guys? I want to do this. I want to do this routine. And like I said, we were all up until 2 a.m. that night, creating this incredible fucking piece of artistry. It was mind blowing, man.
Yeah, if you bring button pushers into that, you wouldn't have got the same outcome.
But it was also, remember, and this is where, you know, me as the athlete doing it, you guys as the camera and the producers of it, we created so much detail that night to a point where like even little parts of sweeping the floor, or I remember one point where, remember Alex, we were trying to get like a certain shot. I'd wiped down all the old, got dressed, and he goes, fuck. I go, what? And he goes, I need one more shot. I go, that's fine. It was 1 a.m. I was 3 weeks out from a show, strip down, get it all done. And it worked, didn't it? The shot was incredible. So it's like that level of detail to look at that, because at the end of the day, it's that finished product that you're after, isn't it? So
100%. It reflects
props to all of you.
It reflects on our business.
Yeah.
Like Alex pointing that out. By the way, Alex is behind the scenes, and I can't wait to take a few shots at him every now and then, just for a laugh.
He can come and sit on my lap if he wants. Like anytime he wants to come in.
Hey, shout out Alex for losing so much weight lately as well and taking good care of his health. Oh, beautiful. Now, what separates me, again, back to the button pushing, I'm going to relate this to the music industry first before I get into the other. Music's been my main thing, right? Like visuals and all that. That's like fun for me right now. But music's always been like my core. The core of everything for me is music, right? So as a sound engineer, as a record engineer, producer, I've done this at uni, and I've done this before uni as well. And I've learned that there's people that literally press record, and there's people that, you know, actually take control of a record, take actually listen and like put in the input, their experience, and they want that record to go somewhere. And there's people that want to get paid the $30 an hour and go home, right? That's what separates me. Like, I don't charge by the hour. I charge by the record. I charge by the product.
Yep.
It's one thing that a lot of people hit me up and always ask, oh, how come you know, per song? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not going to sit there and time you to see how much I'm getting paid. No. If it takes 2 hours, take 2 hours, take 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. I just want to make sure that we get it right, because a record's got to be done. Like a lot of times clients will bring pressure into a scenario because they're budget limited. Okay, we'll work around your budget, but not time limited. That way we can get it done. Do you know what I mean? And I've learned that there's so many people out there that just press a button.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm not going to be like that, because if I put my input, my expertise, my actual knowledge that I've had into it, it reflects on my client's product as well. It reflects on my business, and it's going to draw more value into both of us.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. It all comes back to you in the end as well, doesn't it? Like, what's the point of releasing something 85% when it's, you know, it's not going to come back at the same time, right? So they're those little details we talk about in business that no one sees. I've mentioned it a few times before, even with like Bear Bros Hens parties and stuff, where sometimes even little conversations you have with individuals there, yes, the focus is on like the bride, for example, or the hen, but there's still 20 other people there that is potential future clients.
100%.
And you never know, could be gym clients.
Yep.
So, of course, I'm going to talk about training, or I'm going to talk about anything. So there's those little details that go through. But I've said before as well, like if you're doing something and you start to have a chat and you see like this little bit of wax on the side of the table, I'll kind of like do that. No one knows it's there but me. But by me doing that, I know I'm leveling myself up to a certain standard every time.
100%.
So, yeah.
I have this motto always. It's about generating the client money, not getting paid.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I've always had this motto where it's just like, I'm going to get paid at the end of the day, but the only way that I'm going to get paid is if I generate my client money. If I milk my client, I'm eventually losing that client. I don't gain a client, I lose a client. Why? Because that client's not going to make money. It's not going to want to do it anymore. And that's why so many people fall off the industry, right? Because they end up with button pushers or people who are not training them right and they're not seeing results and everything because it's just they're not caring.
Yeah.
You find people that are actually like, oh, cool, that's what you want to do. You need to do this, this, and that. Let's do it. Boom. Right? Let's bring you money. Oh, cool. You're bringing me results. I'm going to keep coming back to you. And that is how you create relationships with clients where you actually make them realize that you give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my motto has always been like, let's make the client money.
Yeah.
The more money you make a client, the more you're going to get paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Very
it's
true. And then people speak highly of you and your product, and
100%.
you as a person in general, anyway, right? You're always,
the better your
'cause you're always
product
giving back.
is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If you're making your clients money, it means your product's good.
yeah,
It means you gave a fuck. You know what I mean? It comes down to a minor detail. Like you said, just cleaning up a little bit of wax. Could be just that minor detail. But that minor detail like that no one saw is what's leveling up
yeah,
the level of your product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The flaw that Alex was talking about in that, like, hang on, we got to clean that up just a little bit just to like not have an error in it. And it's just like, that's good. It's going to generate a great product.
yeah. I remember a few people asked me that as well. It's like, how long were you there for? What'd you do? And it's like, I did that routine about 106 times that night. So like, because it was filming them from so many different angles, right? And it's like, do it, cut. My knees were fucked because I started on the floor, remember? My knees were scraped up. But again, it's one of those things, I don't want to steal a line off Arnie where he was like, do you remember the Conan the Barbarian? That movie where he's crawling up the stones and he's got blood all over his knees and everything. And the director's like, hey, I'm really sorry, but like, I didn't quite get the take. Can we do it again? And Arnie's like, of course, like I'll do it 100 times because at the end of the day, people aren't going to, they're going to remember that shot. They're not going to remember, or I'm not going to remember this feeling of scraping on my knees or whatever.
Yep.
And remember, like, call a spade a spade. I was 3 weeks out. I was hungry. I was a bit moody. They had Easter eggs there that night too. Remember, I did. Remember, I brought Easter eggs, right? It cheated my diet and had an Easter egg. Probably why I lost that day. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to remember how hungry or sore my knees were. I'm going to remember that finished product.
Which you do it for the shot.
Yeah.
You do it for the shot.
Yeah.
You did it for the shot.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this separates us.
Yeah.
From, again, those who don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Either you go all in or you half-ass it, and you can always tell. Like I've gotten into the point where even shooting myself, I can always tell when someone's not in the mood to shoot.
Yeah.
And I can always tell when someone's in the mood to shoot.
Yeah.
And you can
It's the energy they bring, right?
Yeah. You can always tell. Like even when you see the photos, you can just like, yeah, the post is great, but you can just tell she wasn't enjoying it. You know what I mean? Or like the post sucks, but fuck, she's having a good time. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, cool. Let's find a post that actually did work.
Yeah.
And while she's having a good time, and that's how you get the finished product.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
100%.
or just make the client have a good fucking time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what we did that day too. We had a fucking.
Oh, it was a great time, man.
I have
great
no
time.
idea how long we were in there for.
Still a disclosed location. People ask me, I was like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you where it was.
It's closed up
because I'll
now.
get arrested. It is?
Yeah,
okay.
they don't.
We weren't allowed to. We weren't allowed to be there, were we?
They're knocking it. They're knocking it down and rebuilding. I had this issue the other night, and I was shooting with my partner. As now that I got a camera, she's my full-time model, and she actually turned around. She's like, "Can we just do one more?" And I'm done. And like she just looks at me with these puppy eyes. Was like, "I'm done. I'm hungry," and I looked at the time. I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. It's been like 6 hours. I'm so sorry." Because you just lose track of time.
You get a pass.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. We're done. I actually just said, no, it's all right. We don't do the next one. Let's go eat. And she's like, no, we'll get the shot. Let's go. I got one more in me. And I was like, fuck yeah, the soul in you. Because like, she's in it just as much as I am. But like, you lose when you're into what you're doing, you just lose all track of time. I get lost. Like in the music studio, I have my computer tell me the time every hour.
Yeah.
Right? And all my clients love it. We'll be in the middle of recording and she just barges in and she goes, it's 2:00. It's 3:00. And all of a sudden, like, it can pass so quick.
Yeah.
Where you just like, you hear
You're
it.
into a flow zone, right? That's what they sort of call that. You're in this flow state of just working, and
I
doing
learned
your
that
thing.
from spending, 13 hours in the studio, 14 hours in the studio, thinking I was in there for 2. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, okay. All right, I gotta balance this out. You know what I mean? And I had that moment the other day with Mads, and we're like, okay, cool. We went to an all-you-can-eat straight after that because we were starving.
Yeah.
And we looked at the time and day, oh, fuck, where are we going to go? Like, Discovery's open. Let's just go.
Do it.
And we just vibed. We were done. We shot for 6 hours and we felt like an hour. But it's just, it goes for so long. So, yeah, I have no idea how long we spent in that warehouse, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was
good
there
fun.
for the vibes. I had a
It was
good
great
time.
fun. I said we've got to do it again. Pick another song.
Yeah.
I want to swerve a little bit.
Go.
Random question.
Yes.
Do you think humans naturally judge people by their appearance?
Oh, I love this one. We were talking about this before the podcast.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes. I've made quite a few memes about this.
Because I can understand, obviously you look like a Brad Pitt model in Calvin Klein underwear, so I can understand you've been stereotyped into
I look
a
like I
certain,
worship the
certain
devil
way.
as people. Random people ask me like, "Are you a Satanist?" And I'm like, "Do you even know what that means?"
Do you just nod and say yes now? Like, is it just,
No. I laugh and I'm like, well, is it because of the crosses and things like that? I'm like, man, I believe in peace.
Yeah.
Like, kids love me. I do everything. Like, I don't believe in violence. They call me Sloth for a reason. I'm peaceful as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always chill. I'm like, yeah, let's have a good time. Like, sometimes, like, Matt's have to straighten up. Like, can we just have a serious conversation for 5 minutes? Because I'm just, like, always like, yeah, chill. Let's have some fun. You know what I mean? It's just like, and another one is being judged at the supermarket. We've spoken it. Let me bring it back. Let me do a full 360. We've
Please.
spoken about this off camera. Let's bring this up,
Do
right?
it.
Also, I've had an energy drink right before coming in, so I don't know if
Do
you
it.
can tell.
I did a bump of coke. It's fine.
At the supermarket,
Yeah.
I get looked at over my shoulder. Tattoos, big dude, jewelry, shit like that. Oh, this guy's gonna steal. This guy's violent. You know what I mean? I've had cashiers on my shoulder. And I'm not even kidding, like looking at what I'm doing. And I turn around, I'm like, are you okay? Yeah, just checking. I'm like, okay. Like, you do realize that I run my own businesses. Like, the last thing I'm thinking in my head is about stealing or anything like that. If anything, I put my own basket back. I throw my rubbish out. You know what I mean? I look after your environment more than the people that that don't look like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got people that don't look like me that will leave the basket behind, bags behind. They don't give a fuck about your place, right? But I'm mannered, educated, and polite. Always polite. I love mannerism. It's just something that, I swear a lot, but I love mannerism. And I think that it's gonna take still a few more generations for it to change. But there's a lot of big people out there that are changing the industry. People like yourself, and I train with a lot of people that are triple the size that I am, right? And you look at them, you're like, holy fuck! If I say one bad thing, this guy's going to break me in half. Yeah. But they're the softest people you ever meet.
Very much so. Yeah.
And I bet you they'll buckle down and like, hug you before someone that's nowhere near that size. Yeah. And I read this somewhere, like the bigger the strength, the bigger the softness.
Yep. Agree.
It takes a lot of strength to be able to control yourself.
Yeah.
So being able to, as yourself and myself, pull so much weight at the gym, being able to control your strength, you got to control emotion. Yeah. A lot of it is psychological. So as I got stronger, I got calmer. I got more chill. You know what I mean? It's just so much easier, and I am able to dial into like, all right, cool, the power that I got inside of me to make it to use. Like when I'm at the gym, you know what I mean? But if not, I'm chill. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
has it ever influenced business for you in a negative way, in a sense where, let's say, someone contacts you about photo shoot, and again, they sort of come across, and obviously, like, when they start talking to you, they realize, but like come across like visually looking at you, because you're a very different looking cat, as am I. has it ever impacted you in a negative way? Or has it kind of gone the other way and go, this guy looks really fucking cool. Like, I want to work with this dude. Because that was me because I knew Alex from doing the podcast stuff. Yeah. And he said, yeah, we'll get Sloth on board. He's my mate here. And then like all I saw was an image. I said, he looks really fucking dope. And he goes, bro, softest little sook you've ever met in your life.
Oh, stop it.
But I was
that's the nicest thing you ever said about me,
So
Alex.
that was...
Good to know. Thank you.
So that was my first impression, which brings me to what I was going to say as well. It's like, how accurate do you think first impressions actually are? And it's like... Usually you kind of have this gut feeling about someone. But what I was saying before we started filming as well, I kind of want people to still almost be on edge a little bit. Because what I was saying to you before, and I'll say it on camera, where it's like if I'm walking down an alleyway and it's dark time or whatever, bald beard, 105 kilos of what I'd like to think is muscle, tattoo, whatever. If someone's walking up to me, I would want them to be a little bit hesitant. I'm never going to do anything to jolt or look a certain way, but I also want people to be vigilant and look after themselves because it's a really fucked up world out there. So you kind of want to have at least your wits about you. I worry every time Bree's out in public without me because I can't protect her. Do you know what I mean? So that's that overprotectiveness coming through. But at the same time, she's a very intelligent woman and can pick certain things. But at the same time, like I kind of always want you or the people I love to kind of be on edge a little bit. But then we were saying like different situations, like, if you get to know someone, then you're fine, like, whatever. But in a situation like that, don't just walk up and go, hey man, what's going on? Like, because you just never know, right?
100%. Being aware of your surroundings because there is weapons out there. We're weapons.
Yes.
I learned that from a strongman that I trained with. He said to me one day, he's like, I'm aware that I'm a fucking weapon. I'm a human weapon.
100%.
And I have to be very calm. And I am. And I love it. And I'm like, I never thought of it that way. And he goes, yeah. That's all right.
It was already on silent too, the fucking laptop.
But I've been panicking if my phone's on silent or not.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But here you go, give me 1 second since he's editing. Yeah, I wasn't on silent, thank God. So I've learned that, like, you know what? You're right. We are weapons. We are very, when you get to those numbers, when you get to I break things at home unintentionally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've snapped things unintentionally at with my hands or whatever. And then it's just like you learn to just be softer. You know what I mean? But yeah, you do have to remind people that there is people out there that will use those powers in a negative way.
Yeah.
And I think it's in the way that I would put that would be more like push people to become better and build some form of fundament. What's the word? A leg to stand on.
Yeah.
If they come into a situation where they confront someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do some form of training. Do some form of self-defense. Do some form. Don't just sit at home and play video games and eat, noodles. You know what I mean? And not do something that like, hey, and if I'm in a situation, I'm not going to be able to save myself. Like I would be without trying to offend people, right? This is hard, right? There's always
we're going to at some point.
This is a grey area.
It's fun.
This is a very, very grey area. But you're walking down the street with your mother. There's people building a building, right? And a wall collapses, bricks fall on top of your mother. Are you gonna call someone to save your mum? Or are you strong enough to be able to like pull those bricks and get your mum out?
Yeah.
I know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to fucking push. The last thing I'm going to do is call another man to come help my mother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I think that when you put it in that perspective, it's like, all right, I need to do something about my life. You know what I mean? So I look at bigger people and I don't envy it. I don't get jealous or anything like that. No, I drive it to like, you got there, I can do that too.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's about self-strength. It's about like that person's discipline. It comes down to appearance as well. You walk into a room, you know who's got their shit together and
Correct.
who doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know exactly who you're going to go and talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know exactly who's put the work in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's going to be able to save you in a situation? You know what I mean? Like, it's survival instinct, I guess.
Yep.
But that's my way to interpret it, to be honest.
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
answers your question.
Yeah, definitely. So again, because I kind of asked two questions there. So going back on that first one, like has how you conduct yourself or how you look impacted negatively on, say,
business,
client retention or anything like that? Or not retention, like client attraction, like
it has.
acquisition, whatever you
Yeah,
want to call it.
yes.
Yep.
Yes. There's clients that come in and like look at me like, whoa. You know what I mean? And or like before I started putting more of my persona online, I had that a lot. Now I haven't seen it that much because people understand my persona now. People have seen a lot more of me.
Correct.
But when I first came out onto social media looking like this, people are like, who the hell is this guy? I'm never working with that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Right? And then a few people approached me like, you look cool. Can I take some photos of you? You look cool. Can I work with you? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, man, I'm chill. Like, what's good? What do you want to do? Like, excellent. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you're actually all right. I'm like, yeah, fucking oath I am. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like, what do you mean, lad? You know what I mean? But I think it's all starting to put on more of my persona out there, my fun side, my building a brand that actually reflects on my values, my core values, the type of partner that I am with my partner, and the family man that I am. It just makes people like a little bit calmer.
Yeah.
On it, and like people are more drawn to approach me now.
Yeah.
I have a lot more approach from people now than I did back when I didn't put my persona online, when I didn't actually voice out who I am. You know what I mean? Like going from podcast to podcast, going from content to content, you know, from just hearing the music that we made to now having like, hey, this guy's actually cool. Like I watched his podcast. He's chill. I've watched his content. He's funny. You know what I mean? I worked with him. He's actually chill as hell. And he actually did what he said he was going to do.
Well, even like, so, and we've spoken this before, and I always appreciate your support of my page as mine of yours. And we've both said this in the past as well, where so I will look at yours and I see the authenticity.
Yeah.
All right. Where it's like what you see on my page, you see me posting stuff, you see this incredible love for his partner, incredible love for his kids, you know, this sort of stuff. You know, sharing little wisdom stuff just for fun and whether I can affect a person. You see that's me. And I try that to be me as often as I can. What I post is what you see. So, and I think what I see on yours as well is just a very authentic human. You're not trying to be anyone else. So that and brings me another question. Is like, do you think it's really hard to display that now with people? Because if you end up being too authentic and to yourself, you're just kind of hated upon. You have to kind of like either do something or post something that people will like, or you sort of get like left behind. Or do you think, I'm asking a lot of questions here, so give me a bit. Or do you think, people will see through it and always choose authenticity when it comes to not just, you know, people, but business?
You will be hated by the people who have to put a mask on to come out every day.
Yeah.
And choose what mask to put on when they come out of their house. And you will be loved by the people who don't have to wear a mask. Tone says...
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Tone,
Repeat that.
So you will be hated by those who have to put a different mask on in regards to where they're going to go every day. Or... how did I say it? Sorry, I actually said that on the fly.
We'll repeat it and get it properly because this will be the reel that we promote the podcast on because it's that good. Take 3.
I don't know how I said that. Like I genuinely just came out because
we can go back. It was good. It worked well.
You will be hated by those who need to put a mask on before leaving their house.
Yeah,
and deciding what mask to put on. And you will be loved by those who don't need to put a mask on, that just walk out of their house exactly how they are.
Is that going to be in a tombstone? Because that was fucking sick.
I think that was pretty good, eh?
That's good. Can I steal it? Wednesday wisdom.
Wednesday wisdom.
Wednesday.
All right, can we do that together? All right, snip that together. We'll do a collab. Now, I loved it. That was really good. I think we should collab on that one. We'll do like a little one afterwards together or
Just
something.
do it, yeah.
But yeah, back to it. It's fuck. I got so caught up on that. So what was the original question?
That we were going on, was it influencing? No, authenticity. Do you think it's do you think that's always going to get overlooked now because everything on Instagram is so like, look at me, I need to get all these likes, I need to get all these certain things, and it's sort of just us original people, so to speak, get left behind. So yeah,
I guess that if you're real, you can see through it.
yeah,
And also one thing that I can pick up on is tone.
yep,
Tone, probably because I've been working in the industry, in music industry for so long, but so many people step into my booth and they talk about shit, they rap about shit, they sing about shit, and I look at them, I'm like, no, you haven't. You know what I mean? I don't tell them directly. And then I find those that actually have, and I'm like, oh, you're a real one. What's up?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
It's funny because you actually said that. I'm like blowing smoke at my own ass here. I remember I'll try and find it, and if I find it, I'll post it. But I remember receiving a private message from you saying like, you're one of the real ones. It was fucking sick to hang out. Like, awesome.
Yeah.
It was just a very genuine message like that. It was like the first time we'd spoken. It's like, dude, you're a real cunt. You know, excuse my language, but it's like, it was nice. It was nice to receive it because it's almost like, not that you do it for that. I don't do certain things to get, you know, a message from you to say that. But when it comes through, it's like, fuck, maybe I'm a good bloke, you know, or just a little affirmation of that, you know.
You came in with good energy. You didn't come through, you know what I mean? I'm the shit.
Yeah.
There's people that come through and say, I am the shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Whereas I just said, what do you need from me?
Yeah.
How do I make this work for you guys?
Instantly. Yeah. And I remember you pulled me up on a couple of things and I pulled you up on a couple of things and we were all working together in it. It wasn't a like, look at me, I'm in the video. No, it was like, how do we make this good? And I was like, you're a real one.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, you're a good
Well, that's where that trust comes
player.
through, where it's like, I remember there's a few times I was out of position. And like, I need you over here. As opposed to me going, ugh, can't you just film it from here?
Yeah.
It's like, we didn't need me here. You're the expert. You tell me. Great.
Yep.
So it's having that humility about it and just to understand you're the boss right now too. I'm just doing what I'm told.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that's when it clicked for me because, you know, as we all know, bodybuilding can be very, can turn a lot of people.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean there's shit bodybuilders out there? No, come on. Really?
Oh, I'm not saying shit bodybuilders, no, but you get very, very self-obsessed.
Yeah.
I've suffered with it, like with weight loss. Like we were just talking about, I just lost 22 kilos, and you obsess over certain things, and you forget about your surroundings. You forget about certain people, and then you have to recheck yourself, and you know, and there's imagery, not just bodybuilders. Anyone that builds an image can lose sense of themselves.
Yeah.
Because you're so focused on building a specific image that you can lose who you really are. Or you can build an image around who you actually are.
Yeah.
And I think that probably answers the best of your question. Like, I built an image around who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As you said, I'm unique. I didn't get the same. I didn't go around and say, I want that tattoo because he's got it. I want that tattoo because he's got it. I want to do that because he's doing that. You know what I mean? No, it's just like, I want to do me. And I'm going to do me how I want to do it. And so I did. As an artist myself, I've always drawn. I've worked with my tattooist in, you know, I've always trusted her. I just gave her the ideas, the imagery that I had in my head of what I want to look like.
Yeah.
Of what I feel like I am. And she put it together for me. Fantastic. I've only had 2 tattooists work on me as well.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. And yeah, so, and in regards to persona, it's about being yourself. Like, you hear the fake accents, you hear the fake tone in people's voices, you know, and when someone's actually genuinely trying to work with you as a team or not. You know what I mean? So I think that's probably the best way that I can answer that.
Yeah. I want to, while we're on that and like that online side of things, I want to stay on that. I don't want to dismiss the fact that you've been through a transformation, and we're going to get to that because I think it's incredible what you've done.
This is actually my 3rd one.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I do want to touch on something, and we spoke about before, and I think it's very, very relevant in today, and it's like the comparison trap that we had a little yarn about before. All right, so it's this constant need for, not just need for more, but always comparing yourself to others that you see online. So the psychological effect of scrolling,
Yes.
you know, the comparison to influencers or even just peers that
Yes.
might be doing better than you.
Yes.
But also like how comparison naturally just damages our self-esteem.
Yes.
So like, why do we do it? Why do we compare ourselves to others? Because like, I have my little take on this, and being open and honest, I'm guilty of it on a number of occasions. Even now that I'm 40, I'm still comparing to certain things. Do you suffer from that? And if so, how do you deal with it, or have you dealt with it?
I did.
Yeah.
I think it still creeps up.
Yeah.
But one of the best things I've ever done, and was stop giving a fuck
Yeah.
and focus on you.
Yeah.
If you're so focused on someone else, you lose focus on yourself.
Correct.
And you lose your gains, right? You can be inspired by other people and use that drive to better yourself. But the comparison's a thief of all joy. The more you compare yourself to someone else, the less you're gonna like yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And reading the art of not giving a fuck.
Great book. One of my favorite.
Yeah,
One of my favorite.
it was when it clicked. You know what I mean? When that clicked, I was like, oh, I knew this all along. I just had to read it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just had to see it from another perspective. But it just clicked. And I stopped caring. It took a long time.
Yeah, of course.
It takes a long, and it still creeps up. I still compare sometimes, but then I didn't, and I started. You know, I'm going to bring Alex into this one. Alex owned a photography studio while I built mine. His was so much bigger than mine. He had a Lamborghini, right, and I had a Fiat. Right? Because I only just opened it. Huh?
A little Hyundai Gets or something.
Oh,
yeah.
bro, this thing had like hubcaps, you know what I mean? Like 3 missing hubcaps.
Rusty
only one-
fenders on the
It
bicycle.
was fucked, bro. Bullet holes, everything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I bought it from a scrapyard, yeah?
Yeah.
I only had a cyclorama, no lighting. Alex has got sets on sets on sets. I didn't compare myself to him.
Yeah.
I compared the studios, yeah, but not in a negative way. I was like, holy fuck, like, brother, your studio's amazing.
This
like,
is where I can get to, you know. So
Yes.
you kind of were inspired by it rather
yes,
than...
I'm like, I wanted to be his friend, and I didn't want to compete with him. The last thing I wanted to be was compete with him. It's like, I am in the same industry. First of all, we're on both opposite sides of town, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Right? We're an hour and a half away from each other, right? Like, it's just like, you've got a good eye. Like, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Like, you know what I mean? I want to know your story. You know what I mean? And he was nothing but humble back. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Goes back to you.
Yeah.
Another real one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like, fuck yeah. And it was just clicked. I'm like, fuck yeah, you're a sick cunt. He answered. It was nothing but humble to me. He was like, he was just chill. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah. What's up, bro? You got a studio too? Yeah, bro. Like, fuck yeah. There was no comparison to each other. There was no battle. There was like, oh no, like my studio's going to be better than yours, or like my clientele's going to be bigger than yours. No, nothing like that. It's just like, how can we collaborate? What can we do? You know what I mean? Like, you got your own thing, I got my own thing. What can we do? You know what I mean? And then now we find ourselves like collaborating all the time. It's fantastic. We call each other outside of work. You know what I mean? We check in on each other. You know what I mean? It's never a competition.
Yeah.
Right? And I've had other people who in the industry compare themselves and compete when I'm just trying to be friends with everybody. I'm just literally, I'm not comparing myself to nobody. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. We're all in it. There's room for everybody. It's an art.
Yeah.
The art field is just, everybody's a different artist. You know what I mean? Like, you can shape the timber however you like, but no matter who, like the carpenter's gonna do like each craftsman, if each carpenter is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Each eye is different, and so it's. I was talking to Paulie the other day that there's about the same thing because he's such a great photographer, and like I was like, fuck, I have like no one to talk to about this shit because everyone's like comparing each other or competing and stuff like that, and it's like nothing but positive. And he said to me, he's like, brother, there's room for everybody. There's no need to, you know what I mean, compare each other's works. Like, no, we influence each other. We all grow together. Like the art community's amazing. Same with Eb, does the same thing. He's just like, he'll throw ideas at me for me to do instead of like, oh no, you shouldn't do that because that steps into my field or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess you can take that into every field and start understanding that the minute that you start comparing is the minute that you start losing.
Yeah.
And you can compare as much as you want, but you're not them.
Yeah. I think as well with that, and I might touch on that with you, and I'm pretty sure you answered that well. I might even get your take on this as well. So if someone's struggling with that, right? If someone is, you know, at night and, you know, they're on the couch, they're alone, they're sort of just scrolling their page, oh, this girl has a better body than me, or this guy's arms are bigger, or her boobs are bigger than mine, or this person's making more money than me. What do they do in that sense? You know, what do they do if that's what they're feeling? So for me, if I would answer my own question, it's kind of like what can you control, right? So it's like, what can I do about certain things? If, for example, let's just say for me a little while ago, and I'll talk about personal experience, I wanted to build my muscle. I wanted to grow. I just want to be bigger. Right, and it was like,
shit. I think you did.
So let's say, let's say,
Brother, stop! You're about to tear your skin. Look at that.
Let's say right now I'm 100 kilos, right,
Yeah.
and let's say for me to be competitive now at this point, to going to open or whatever it may be, it was put on another 10 or 12 kilos, right, of size or muscle. So it was like, am I, or one, what would it take for me to do that? And am I willing to do what is necessary in order to achieve that goal? So when I like wrote them down, it's like, am I willing to take more drugs? No, I'm not. Am I willing to increase the calories to 7,000 again, where I was trying to do that? It was just making me sad and miserable. No. Am I willing to spend less time with my kids? No. Am I willing to sacrifice more money? No. All the answers were no. So it's like, I wanted this appearance of being 112, 115 kilos and being this jacked motherfucker. But I wasn't willing to do what was necessary in order to get to this point. So therefore, remove myself from that desire or that goal because I'm not willing to do what it takes to achieve that. So if I were to digress back to from, let's say, a business point, if I wanted to achieve more money doing something else, or if I was trying to compare myself to another bodybuilder or compare myself to someone earning more money or whatever, when you dive into it and you look at situations, I have my kids 50-50 by myself, right? So it's like a lot of the time during the day, I can only do clients from say 9 till 2 or 3 because it's school drop off, school pickup. Now, I'm not whinging about that because 100% honesty, I want them. I would have them 7 days a week if I could, right? But let's just say hypothetically, if I didn't have the kids, I'd earn $1,500 to $2,000 in a day of PT because all I do is just PT. So it's like there is going to be a little cap with certain things financially, but I choose that because my kids are my number one value. So for me sort of saying, oh, I want to do more of that, it's like, but I have a really great relationship with my babies. Like I'm such a good dad and a good partner, and like that to me is more of an intrinsic value than me chasing a little bit more money. I love money just like the rest of us, right? And I'm going to try and do my best to earn as much as I can. But I think sometimes they're like, if you're comparing yourself to someone, maybe looking at what you do have, but also looking at their situation and your situation, because you don't know their story, they don't know your story. It's difficult. It's easy for me to say that, and I still struggle. I'm one of those people that sometimes scroll and go, fuck this guy who's bigger than me, or fuck this girl, she's earning more money than me, and I'm sitting here doing this, you know? So we're all guilty of it though, right?
Yep, 100%. I think like the greatest way to summarize is you're not them.
Yeah.
I always think that. You're not them. Like if someone comes up to me and they're like, oh, I want to sound like this guy. but you're not them. Sound like you, bro. Do you? You know what I mean? Do you, and to your capacity as well. Like,
Yeah.
I train with some people that are I train at Strong House. Shout out Strong House, by the way. We're a very good community of strongmen, and there is some strongmen there that, you know, are lifting 400 plus on deads. You know what I mean? And I know I'll never be able to do that. I don't compare myself to them. I cheer for them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, let's go, brother. You know what I mean? Like, I never put myself like, fuck, I'll never be as big as him. No, it's just like, I am grateful that I'm in your team.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be a part of your corner. Whether you don't take me as part of your corner or not, I might cheer from the corner of the fucking room. But I see you, I see that you worked hard, and fuck yeah, like, that makes me happy to be able to see that. You know what I mean? Like, I can only train to a specific... Again, I have my own priorities too. I'm constantly running around with clients everywhere, with multiple businesses. I can't train... I went through a period of my life where I was training 6 days a week, right? I was a competitive power lifter. Was so much fun. And then I ran out of time. You know what I mean? Like, you get to a point where it's just like, okay, I can't do this full time. Like, I gotta pay my bills. I gotta live a life. I gotta have a family. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, cool. So I stepped back, went into strongman, started being a bit more of a hybrid athlete, and that's when I stepped away from competing. Competing was a lot for me. It was mad. Like, I'll put in so much effort. Again, like, comparing yourself, or like, oh, he lifted 300. I need to do more than 300 to beat him. I need to do this and I need to do that. When I stepped away, and I was like, I'm just gonna do me, and I'm just gonna make sure that I do better than I did yesterday. That's when it became so much easier for me. And easy is not always good, because when things are easy, you're not gonna progress. But the work was hard. Do you know what I mean? But it was easier mentally to not compare myself to other people.
Yeah. It's so important to support your friends too, though, as well. And it's so fucked up that people sometimes like wish ill upon their friends. Like what were you saying before about Alex's studio and your studio, and it's like, let's say his studio is a little bit better than yours. Imagine you at home going, fuck, I hope it like burns down or some shit like that. Yeah. Like, how evil would you be to actually have that thought about your friend? I would be there
with a host trying to put the fire out.
I thought you were about to say you'd be there with the match blinded.
I was about to make a joke. I'm like, no, let's be real.
And then I'll be there with the petrol.
I was about to make a joke. I'm like, no, I'm going to be fucking real for once, because we're talking about being real.
Of course.
And I would be there putting out the fire with him. And like, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like,
100%.
Like, yeah, fucking oath, I'd do a joke of like, yeah, I lit that fire for that cunt. But like, no, I didn't. Like, I genuinely looked at that. I'm like, that is a piece of art. You protect a piece of art. You don't burn it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And Australia has, I'm big on talking about this. I haven't spoken about it in a minute. I haven't mentioned it in a minute, but tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Crab bucket mentality.
Yes.
Oh, bro, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Once you understand those two, you cannot unsee it, bro. I see crab bucket mentality everywhere. I see tall poppy syndrome mentality everywhere. And like,
everyone pulling each other back down, right? Like,
yeah. When I work with clients and whatnot, and I spot one, I'll be like, oh, cool, you're off. You're off the books. You know what I mean? I don't want that person in my books. You know what I mean? And it happens. It's everywhere. It's a syndrome, but you know, you can't have a plus without a negative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything that goes up must come down.
Yeah, for sure.
So we need those people in our lives anyway. We need those people around to remind us to support our team.
Yeah.
To not, and that, if you want to do a 360 on comparison, compare yourself to not being like that guy.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? You see someone doing something bad, and that's when you compare, and you know what? I'm going to do better than you because I'm going to be a better person than you.
Yeah. Well, sort of comes down to a little bit of like, not maybe manifestation's the wrong word, but it's almost like, you know, I'm a big believer in, you know, what energy you put out there kind of comes back to you as well.
Yeah.
So wishing success on others, or, you know, wishing success on your friends and stuff, you putting that energy out there will like come back to you in a certain way.
Yes.
You do have to That's not a hippie spiritual thing. You do
No,
have
it's
to kind of be,
real.
you have to be
It's
kind of open
fucking
to it.
real, man.
And I think I'm gonna butcher this, but I'll try my best. It's an
Go for it.
It's an old Bruce Lee quote of all things, and it's more along the lines of like words have emotion and meaning. So when you say things out loud, I think it's like your body and your brain don't really understand, but they make them true. So if I'm like, I'm fat, I'm lazy, I'm so poor, I'm never going to make money, like that becomes real in your own head.
Yeah.
Whereas if you swap that around and go, fuck, I look good today, or I feel great, or I'm going to treat my client with so much respect today, and I'm going to do this, that becomes true as well. I'll try find the actual quote and send it to you, but you get what I mean, right? It's along that lines. And hey, anything Bruce Lee says, we listen, because it's fucking Bruce Lee.
know.
It's Bruce Lee.
Yeah. I spoke to, I relate, I find it, where do I start? It's mind-blowing that we're talking about this because I was genuinely just talking with my partner about it in the what we say we believe. She's going through a fat loss stage and she hit a point where she was crying over food, and I reminded her that, like, hey, remember when I went through it as well too, where my housemate found me, Jerbs, my drummer, he found me curled up in my music studio in my underwear, crying with a bowl of chicken and peas and corn in a bowl, and I was just like, fuck, you know what I mean? And this is so hard, and he's like, relax, bro, you got this, it's just food. And I said the same thing to her. I'm like, the more that you tell, because she's like, this is so hard, I'm like, this is only as hard as you're going to tell yourself it's going to be hard for. If you keep reminding yourself that, like, you got this, you'll get through it. Because if you keep telling yourself this is hard, it's going to continue being hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what, you're right. And then within 5 minutes, we were better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was just like, those moments happen. Those moments happen a lot. Like, and I see so many people like, I'm struggling. I'm like, are you? Are you really? Or are you getting through it? The way that you can deliver a lot of words that you say, when people say, I'm trying to do something, I hate the word trying. I hate it. It drives me fucking insane.
Good.
Right?
Yes, please.
Because it's like, you're not trying, you're doing it.
Yeah.
When you change that pathway of like, oh, I'm trying. I feel like the word trying means that you're
already going to fail.
Yes, you're allowing room for failing.
Yeah.
You're not giving it your all.
Yeah.
Right? If you're doing something and you're failing along the way,
Yeah.
for me, that's a win. But if you're, oh, I'm trying this, I'm trying that, I'm trying this, you're already like in crash mode, right? And one of the, I love this quote since we're on, they teach pilots to focus on a destination. If you focus on the destination, you avoid obstacles. But if you focus on the obstacles, you hit an obstacle. You can bring that to life.
Yeah.
So, cool, I'm going to get from A to B. There's going to be a shitload of obstacles, but I'm going to get from A to B. The minute that you start focusing on obstacles, you find more obstacles along the obstacles, and you lose track of the destination. Right?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Little things like that could really, really... Man, I've gone on a whole side quest there. But the word trying just needs to be changed to doing.
Yeah, 100%. We got a few more minutes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I want to circle back to this amazing transformation you've done, because obviously, dropping 20 kilos is huge, or 22. Sorry, I stole 2 kilos off you, didn't I?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine.
I rounded off. It's I've done it before. I went from 142 kilos to 99.
Yeah.
But I was flat. No muscle.
Yeah.
It was all cardio, right? And
before you go into it, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to hear the transformation. I want to go back further though. What was your relationship with your body and your body image growing up?
I was fat.
Because a lot of the time, and I mean this with respect, a lot of the time it's that early stages that cause adults to be where they are now. Remember, we spoke about it before, about balance, and I'm going to sound like an absolute arse. I want to say this, but it's like, you don't deserve balance. until you've got yourself into a really, I guess, healthy position, but also a healthy relationship with food to then be able to do these certain things and then have balance. Otherwise, your life and health is at risk. So, and a lot of the time that starts from early on, like childhood and leading into teenage and this sort of stuff, not understanding nutrition and not understanding how to look after yourself. So, yeah, talk about that a little bit. How was it growing up for you?
Genetics is a lot of bullshit.
Yep.
When your parents say, oh, it's genetics, you have bad cholesterol from genetics. No, it's a lot of bullshit. I studied my ass off on nutrition to be able to like grow muscle when I jumped on test, and it's the first time I voiced that out on camera, by the way. I did a cycle on test, and I also dropped a lot of weight. I've done it before and everything, but this time I did it properly. I educated myself on everything. I started getting my bloods done. I started actually understanding what the hell I was doing with my body, right? And when I got told that my bad cholesterol came from genetics, I was like, did it though? So I did my research and all that. I got a really good doctor that explains a lot of things to me, and we were able to reverse that. My bad cholesterol, everything's
From
dropping.
training and good food?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What a shock.
Nutrition.
Oh, my God.
Nutrition.
Holy
is
shit. You mean you ate
everything.
vegetables and clean food and your body came great? Wow.
Do you know why my bad cholesterol came?
such a
Because I
dog.
was getting fed chocolates and
Yeah.
fast foods and everything as a kid, or chocolates. My grandmother, God bless her soul, but she would put 4 tablespoons of sugar in my cup of tea every night before bed. And I used to love that. And I used to love my grandma because she would give me a cup of tea full of fucking sugar, yeah? That's not genetics. That is the shit that you put into me, right? Now, it wasn't her fault. She didn't know about nutrition. She just know how to make me happy.
Yeah.
Right? And we know that sugar makes us happy because it's sugar. It's the most addictive fucking drug on earth.
Of course.
Right? And so I had to rewire my brain. And it took a lot to be able to not consume those foods. And obviously now there's drugs out there that help you with those, retrain your brain. However, I happened to have to do that the hard way because that drug wasn't available, like Ozempic and Reda and all that. Like I did all that, all the hard way, and I had to keep telling myself it's just food. Like I said, I curled myself up and found myself crying over food. And my partner did it the other day, and it's just like it's just food. Food is fuel.
Yeah.
It's not dopamine.
But you know what as well, and it's like, we can go on about this, but we can talk about all the drugs and tests and Ozempic and Redditor, whatever. The basic fundamental is chicken, rice, and broccoli.
Yes. There's no other way around it.
It's food and nutrition, and it's filling your body with good things. And there's a reason why they call it supplementation. It's supplementing your diet, or it's something that's adding onto you. So if you're putting all that stuff in, but the foundation of a squat, bench, and a deadlift, or the foundation of healthy food, fruit, vitamins, minerals, all this sort of stuff is not there, it's, I don't even know the word, pointless. Do you know what I mean?
And the truth as well is there's no hack. There's nothing else. It's it all comes down to chicken, rice, veggies, or chicken, salad, veggies, or beef. So that's it.
Yeah.
You can,
And not dissing vegetarian, vegan. It doesn't have to be chicken. It can be lentils and whatever, this sort of thing, whatever, or as long as it's balanced.
Bro, I did a whole
but at the
year
same
of-
time, just whole foods, right?
I was vegan for a whole year.
Yeah.
Right? I did pescatarian.
What was wrong with you? No, I'm kidding.
Huh?
I said,
A lot.
What was wrong with you? No, I'm kidding.
I wasn't on vegan stage, okay?
Sorry.
We went through a vegan stage, and it happened. I went from meat to pescatarian to vegetarian to vegan. I was like, I did vegan for a while, and then I eventually ate and
So what did you do on vegan? You just had coconut oil avocado for breakfast?
No,
and wondering why you got fat?
granola and fucking smoothies and all this shit full of fucking again goes down to genetics about cholesterol. No, mate, I was consuming high volume sugar contents of smoothies made of piles and piles of
God knows what.
fruit sugar. You know what I mean? And I wasn't gaining any muscle. I wasn't doing it properly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I wasn't doing it properly. It's just I needed the chicken.
Yeah.
Anyways, and you can tiptoe around it as much as you can, but it all comes down to that's all that we need to. That's all we need.
Yeah.
That really is all we need. And I think it's because consumerism gives us so many availabilities and try this, try that, try this, try that. And we're always trying new things and we're always getting sold something new and all new flavors and all this shit. It's like, do I need that?
Yeah.
You don't.
Nah, 100%.
Like, I have these now. I don't consume sugar at all, right? But brioche bread it's amazing. On the weekends, I make myself a brioche sandwich with eggs and maple syrup, right? And this was really triggered my brain about sugar. It took me so long to let go of sugar, right? But now when I have that sandwich, right, I crave sugar all day.
Yeah.
All day, and it's just I can't get it out of my head. All I can think about is that, and it's just like, fuck, man, like this shit's so addictive. And it's just like when you have a little bit every day, you don't realize because you're feeding it, but when you don't,
And it continues.
and then like you have it once, you're like, holy fuck, this shit's like crack, man. It's fucked.
2 or 3 minutes to go before we finish up. What I want to
Let's
finish on, what's next? What's next for you? What's the next little thing on the horizon that you are going to tackle?
Well, I want to get married.
Great. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I met the love of my life, finally. Mads, shout out. She's an amazing makeup artist. She's now modeling. She's doing a lot. She's an amazing mother. And I'm very happy. I'm in a good spot. I wanna get marriage done. I wanna really get that locked in.
Fuck yeah.
And just keep doing what I'm doing, to be honest. Like, I really do go with the flow. I love the people around me. I'm going to keep expanding the playground as much as I can. Yeah. I'm going to keep on pushing my friends around me and really just dial into the fact that the other day, Mads turned around and she's like, you're 4 years away from 40. And I'm like, you what?
Thanks for reminding me. I'm 40. Yeah.
When you put, because when you think you're 36, like I'm turning 36 this year. You know what I mean? I'm in my 30s. She's like, no, you're almost 40. I'm like,
thanks, bud.
Thank you.
I might keep the ring to myself then. Thanks.
So like that knocked me into place of like, okay, but I don't feel it. I feel very young because of obviously my health. You know it. Like I met someone the other day that he was in his 50s. He looked 30. You know what I mean? It reminded me of like we can be old and young.
Yeah.
And be an excellent father figure for her son as well.
Good.
I just want to help people. I literally just want to help people. I think my biggest thing is to help people.
Good. Mate, keep changing lives. Keep doing you. Live every day like it's its last. And I appreciate you coming out.
I appreciate you for having me. Thank you very much.
Love your work, baby. We could talk for hours. Maybe podcast too soon.
No, I feel I had questions for you, and like it's just
get me on your potty next time, right?
Alex and I, we were working on a potty. We really need to dial back into that. But
I'll be a guest for you.
We
mate.
do so much that we do so much that it's so hard to just dial in on it, on it, but. I think that we should have another one. We should do another one, and
Done.
and I would be able to ask the questions that I wanted to ask you.
Yes,
because you're a very interesting human being, and you're again a real one. And I love to have the opportunity to actually sit down and have a chat. And
let's do it and book
Thank
it,
you
mate.
very much.
Pleasure. Peace out, team. Love you all. See you soon.